And then this will provide the air. Ta-da! It's a turbo!
A turbo!
Oh, no, oh, yeah.
What is up, everybody? We are back sooner than expected. I've got some goodies that came in. I'd like to go over them real quick. It's kind of getting dark, so I'm going to give a rundown on the Maliboom. So I'll show you where we're at real quick, and then I'll show you the parts. So, here she is in the current state. And if you notice, something's missing, which is my fuel pump, which should not have been on the outside rail to begin with. And then I plumbed it in straight out of the bottom of the original tank. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna stuff a fuel cell in the trunk and a turbo under the hood. I got a bunch of goodies that came in today. I figured I'd kind of show you guys while they're still kind of halfway boxed and go over the plan for turboing the Maliboom. That way you guys know that I'm kind of hopefully gonna get this thing done. But what I did today is I actually sold the fuel pump out of the car to a buddy of mine that was doing a different build because I have a bigger fuel pump for my car. So I actually jacked it up, ripped the fuel pump out, sold that to a buddy of mine. So now I'm determined to get the car going because it was running and driving earlier today. Now it has no fuel pump and we're gonna add a fuel cell. So let me spin you around, show you the goodies we got and kind of the direction we're going and kind of a dollar value because we're on a budget of cheap. So here we go. So first and foremost, we got the fuel cell. This was $100 on eBay. It has the little sump in it. It's all -10. It has a sending unit that I think is the wrong ohms, which I don't really care. And then it's got foam in it that I'm gonna take out because I'm running an E85. So I got these fittings. This is gonna be my return fuel -6. This is actually a rollover valve. So that way if you flip it over, obviously it doesn't leak fuel everywhere. So anyway, this is my fuel cell. This is gonna go in the trunk of the car. And then I'm gonna plumb that into this guy. So you're saying, oh, Magna Fuel 625, that's not really budget. Well, I bought this used. I got a decent deal on it. I wanna say I paid like $275 for the thing. It is used, never run it. I was gonna put it in my other car that I was actually gonna race. And now at this point, I don't have another car. All I have is a Maliboom, so that's my new race car. So this will go in it. I actually tried to sell it and the guy didn't want to pay $250 for it. So at this point I'm going to keep it. So technically, yeah, this is probably the most expensive part of the build. I had a Bosch 44, it could have run, but I had this laying around. Why not put this in? Then I won't have fuel problems. Shouldn't have fuel problems anyway.
You know, I don't want you to say nothing to me. Respect that.
And then this is the crowning turd jewel. This is it's like a 70 mil. They call it a GT45. You can find them all over eBay. This particular one is a 105 AR. The housing is on it. I want to say like a 70 mil turbo. I'll put the specs up, but I don't really know.
You ain't got the answers.
Bro, I'm asking you.
You
a
ain't been
question.
doing the education.
I really don't care. It was $165 of Fury, and we're just gonna put this thing on and send it. So that's what we got so far. And then this is the feed for the turbo, and this is the drain for the turbo. I also did some wheeling and dealing, and then you're gonna look at these and go, well, those are like 200 something bucks. Well, these ones are not because a buddy of mine had these. He never put them on this build he had. Obviously, they've been sitting out. These are not new by any stretch, although they haven't been used. But I traded a set of 706 heads today for these, which I had the 706 heads. They came off something else. I don't have any value in the 706 heads, so I'm calling these free. So essentially, I've got, this will be my hot side. We'll plug these together into the turbo. We'll just punch out the fender. I have a bunch of miscellaneous bends and things in the backyard that we can use. This is my new fuel setup because the other one, it fuel starved it, and then now we should have a pump that should push all the fuel that we need. So anyway, that is a look at the toys real quick because I kind of unboxed stuff. I was excited today. I figured you guys don't really give a shit about me opening packages. You want to see what we got. So this is what we're doing. We're stuffing this on as a single turbo. We're going to plumb it in hot and then just run it hot and see how it works out. So hopefully it stays in one piece. We're not turning up to the moon. My goal is 500 wheel horsepower, which doesn't seem all that great to the whole internet and the whole world, but in all reality, a car that makes 5 wheels is a monster. It really is, especially I have a 235 tire. So I'm at 350 right now. So if we can add 150 to the wheels with this cheap setup, this is gonna be magical. And then even if we get close, I'm still gonna call it a victory because that thing will just be a burnout monster. So that's where we're at, that's what we're doing. quick look at that on a Monday. Hope you guys have a kick-ass day. Keep it locked. I'm out.
What happened? Oh, okay, it's a weird place to stop.
No, I'm glad you did.